Welcome to Passionpreneur Superstars. As you know, the format of this show, we bring you one amazing real life human beings, the real life people who have changed their life, following their passion, making a difference. There's real people, real struggle, real success stories. Today, we have one of those amazing people joining us who has gone from struggling in his life, not knowing what to do, to realizing his potential, to now becoming an influencer, becoming a coach, becoming an author, and doing a lot of charity work. He is none other than Fatha Khan. Fatha, welcome to the Passionpreneur Superstar Show. How are you doing?
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, first of all, for giving me this opportunity to sharing the stage with you. Right. And I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Lovely. I like your studio. I like your home studio, which is very, very cool. Books, shelves, and the design, all very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
So for that, we're going to get real. Okay. We're going to get real.
Yeah.
Yes, Fatah Khan is who he is today. You made lakhs of rupees. You are launching a book, and you're coaching people, training people. You know, but let's start from the beginning and tell us those moments of your life, your childhood, your upbringing. Tell us a little bit about that, and then we're going to go into your career. So we're going to break it into your origin story, your career, and the shift that has happened. And post the shift, what is the life and any challenges and all that you have along the way that we'll discuss. The objective is when people are listening to this, I want them to see the real people with the real story of complete transformation, making lakhs after quitting the job as well. So tell us a little bit about your background.
So thank you, Dave, again for giving this opportunity. To start off, I come from a humble background where my parents were doing, I can say, like middle class, right? So where things were there, good enough. Because I think all the struggle that was supposed to happen, most of the struggle, I would say, my dad had done even before I was born. Right, he came from a small village, and then he entered into the city Bangalore city, and then he started working hard to make sure his kids get the education, because he was not able to get the education. He was not able to get the life he wanted, because too early in his life he lost his dad, and that's when he actually started earning at an early age. And for me, that was a blessed childhood. I started off well, going to not a big school though. It was not like a ICSE or a CBSE syllabus. It was a small school near my house. But I loved going to school. I loved reading books. I was a good student. I was like above average student. But one challenge that I was facing during the childhood was, because of my dark skin color, I was bullied most of the time in my childhood. And that used to make me feel bad. And somewhere inside, though my family loved me, I have four siblings. I have two brothers, one elder brother, one younger brother. I have two younger sisters. All of them loved me. But when I walked out, when I met people, especially in the schools, I saw people used to bully me. People used to run away from me. Not many people used to make friendship with me. So that used to make me feel bad. And that actually brought my self confidence very low. And I had a very low self image as well. I was always feeling, am I worth it? Am I worth being in with these people? Right. So that acceptance in life was not fully there. I was still trying to complain, God, I'm black, I'm dark, ugly. These people hate me. So how do I actually get that confidence? So that was one of the big challenge that I was having
And
during
and,
my
and and
childhood.
how long this phase lasted of you feeling not good enough, you feeling black and low self esteem? How long was that phase for?
I think it was for very long. Though at a certain point it actually went away, but I would say it was not completely gone, because I think even my in my career I had this issue. I could not speak to big managers, leaders, and all that, because that low self image was still somewhere inside, right? And that was not gone out until I think 4 years back, when a major incident happened in my life. So until then, I think I had this. But yes, at one stage, I got confidence. That is when I entered engineering. But until then, I had very low self-image.
Wow, that means that's been a very, very deep rooted. And guys, if you're listening to this, this is actually a real problem. Having weak self image, having the weak mindset, it actually takes a toll on your life and your career. So we definitely know who Fatah is right now, right? You've worked into different corporates. You were like a dream career mentor. You're transforming mid career people, and you're accelerating their growth without without any degrees, even if they don't have degrees. I mean, this is your story, of course, but but from there, working in corporate for 17 years, you worked with some big company, IT company like IBM, Capgemini, Cisco, Cognizant. Coming from there, I mean, right now, you're successful and you're making lakhs every month. What shifted? How did a weak image Fatah, who did not believe I'm good enough and having shy, would not be able to open up in front of the bosses and just working in IT, how did that guy go from who he was to who he has become right now? So how did this shift happen?
Okay, so this shift started 4 years back. Actually, there was a small shift 4 years back because on one day, I think it was 13th of May, not 13th of May, it was like 20th of May, 2017. That was the date, and it was a Saturday, right? And I was talking to my dad happily in his bedroom where he was lying and taking a nap. And while talking to him, after talking to him, it was a all happy talk. He was doing good. He had certain surgery that he had gone few months back, but he was now recovering well. So we had a happy discussion about my family and all that. And then I walked out of the room, and I was sitting in the living room just attached to that bedroom, and suddenly hear a scream, my dad screaming my name. And then I rushed into the room to see my dad is struggling to take to breathe. And then I thought maybe it's a stroke, I thought maybe it's a heart attack, but I'm not sure what it is. So I started screaming, and then I called my mom. My sisters were there because it was a weekend, they had also come down, and then everybody rushed into the room. We started rubbing my dad's palms, and then I was like, dad, come on, what is happening to you? And I was like struggling. I did not knew what to do, so I suddenly started calling doctors. Doctor came home, but just to know that he was no more. And that incident shook me completely, because until then it was a happy life, everything was going good. I had a corporate life, traveling US multiple times, making a lot of money, had a good house, car, everything. But that one incident actually made me realize that life is so short, life is temporary, right? One moment a person is talking to you, the next moment is gone. And I asked myself, like, what am I doing? And what is my dad going to take away from here? Now he's gone. Is his favorite son going to go with him? No. Is his money going to go with him? No. Then I asked these questions like, then what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of my life? How can I connect the dots? And then that is where I started realizing that I was living a very selfish life. Though I was doing charity here and there, but I was living a selfish life. I was not thinking about how I can add value or help people. And that's when I started more prayers. I started going to holy places. I started doing charity. And I got connected with multiple NGOs, because one of my dad's dream or his mission was to impact millions of lives through education. And I realized this is the dream, this is his mission that I have to take forward. And I started going to villages that I had never gone, to remote places, to schools, colleges, to help students. And that started giving me happiness more than whatever I was getting through that income or that salary, right? But still I thought there is more I can do. But how can I do that more? What is that I can do more? Because there are so many people struggling out, but how can I help so many people? Am I really worth enough? Still, that low self image was still there. Am I really worth enough? Can I do such big in life? Can I really help so many people? And I think as universe conspires, right, and universe knows what we are looking for, it took 2 long years for me to go through that journey where I was helping students and all that. But one fine day, I stumbled upon on I think Facebook or LinkedIn, and I went through a 3 day Passionpreneur summit, right? The online summit. And I think that was one of the first summits I had attended outside my corporate world. And I went through the summit where you were there. Then we had other influencers. I heard you all, and then I was like, what are these people talking about? Passion, purpose, is it true? Can we actually follow that? And I wanted to see what is there more in it. And you invited for people who are serious, come down to Mumbai. And then I said, I will fly to Mumbai to see who is this man, what is he really talking about, can I meet him? And then I came down to meet you there. And again, universe was conspiring there. Just before I had my flight to Mumbai, I had to actually go to a remote village near the airport, to a government school, to an aided school, but it was a small school where there were about 500 students, out of which around 350 were girl students who were in their high school, like ninth and 10th standard. And I gave a speech, keynote speech there, and I spoke about careers, like why it is important for girls to continue their career and all that. And those girls inspired, and their tears in their eyes made me realize, man, this is something that I always wanted to do. This is like what is I wanted to do. And after that, I had to fly to Mumbai. I came to Mumbai. I attended your full day workshop, and there you spoke about multiple things, and you immediately caught my attention, and I connected with you by heart. Right, first time I was meeting you, but I don't know what made me feel that he is the man who is going to help me on my mission, whatever I want to do in my life. And without even thinking, when it was a time to take that decision of lakhs of rupees of investment, I said, doesn't matter." And honestly, I did not have that money at that time, but I said, I'll become resourceful, I'll do whatever it takes, but I want this man in my life. Because if this man is talking something, and it's if that's going to be true, then that is what I'm looking for in my life. Right, and then I immediately made that investment, and I took my flight back. And just before taking my flight back, I realized what my guru had said. What you told is, start working on yourself and start creating videos where you can share your knowledge to the world, content. And I said, I don't have to reach home to follow whatever my guru has mentioned, right? And if this is going to change my life, I have to start now. And in that airport, I made a video because I was about to miss my flight, because I went to the internet domestic airport, but it was supposed to fly from international airport. A lot of confusion there. And I thought it will help the video. I did not know what video to make, right? And I thought it will help people when I say, like, people don't get confused from domestic and international airport. I made that video, and I was about to miss my flight. Like, people were calling me.
They came running out looking for you.
Yeah, yeah. In that video also, you can hear those people calling Fatha Khan, Fatha Khan, and I was like completing that video, right? And after making that video, I flew back to Bangalore, and after 2 days, I started connecting the dots. I'm like, one remote village I go, I'm able to impact 500 lives. And that one video I made, I saw people from US, UK, all my friends liking there. And then I said, man, this is the place. This is what my guru had mentioned, that get on social media. Until then, honestly, I was never on social media. No photos on social media. Forget about videos. Not even one single photo. Rarely any group photos. Maybe my friends would have added. Otherwise, I was a shy guy. No videos, no photos there. And then,
Wow. But that
yeah,
is a turnaround time. Like that's a
yeah,
turnaround from where you were to now where you are. Just look at this.
right.
How far you come now. You're conducting a session. You're helping people. Now you're on a mission about helping 10 million people. We'll talk about that later. Your mission and your vision that you have. And you're growing. You're developing. Now you started winning everywhere. Right? Your content is growing. Your profile is growing. Your book is about to be launched. Your YouTube channel is growing. It's already within just a few months it's grown to 490, and I'm sure it's going to grow higher and higher and higher. It's just the beginning of you. You were also on national television, right? On the news, you have helped people to get 80% hike. Wow, look at this. Struggling to get a job for 6 months, now 95% hike. How does that make you feel when you're able to do that? And I have interviewing some successful people now on your podcast, your interviews, right? Dream Career Talk Show. How does that make you feel now?
Dave, I think one thing that I was looking in my life was, when I go to bed, I feel that fulfillment. And even after earning lakhs of rupees, traveled places like US and Europe, that was not there. That was big time missing. And today when I go to bed, right, I wake up early morning, 5:30 a.m. and I work till 12:30 in the night. I'm like continuously working. But when I'm going to sleep, I'm still energetic, right? And I'm like, fulfillment is there. Like today, whatever I was able to do, like it might have impacted few lives, at least one life at least. And that is what I have, that feeling whenever I go to bed. And I think that's what I was always looking for. So it gives me an immense feeling which I can't describe right now in words.
Wow, that is so good. I think a lot of people start believing in themselves when they see people like you coming from the regular walks of life, not knowing what to do in life, and becoming an influencer, becoming a coach, becoming a passionpreneur, and becoming actually an icons in their own way. So you definitely are one of those people. And what I love about you is You're such an amazing student. You're such an amazing learner, and you execute. Your speed of execution is very fast. Like I still remember how your content used to be. I remember your font, the scary fonts, spooky fonts. I wish I could show the spooky fonts that you used to use on your this thing. But such an evolution. Your book is going to be launching in a month or so. So I want to talk about the life now. We already know what life you're living right now and how much you achieve right now. I'm actually very curious to know your perspective. And a lot of people say that I have a dream, I want to do it, but I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I'm ready yet. What would you say to those people? Were you ready to quit your job? Were you
No.
like courageous and like, everything is on, everything is cool and all? Tell us
No.
about that incident when you quit your job, and then what you're gonna tell to people who are still worried about following the path and quitting the job and starting their own journey.
Yeah. So, first of all, I never ever believed that I can become an entrepreneur. Though my family, my brothers, two of my brothers are entrepreneurs. There are others from my family who are entrepreneurs. A lot of them went into the entrepreneurship, but I went into my IT career, right? That is what where I was. And my brothers and everybody knew how bad I was in sales or persuasion or marketing. Like I was a shy person. I was not like too outgoing and all that. So for me, this was like a distant dream, because one belief that I had in myself is I can never become an entrepreneur. I never had a I never have a had a different path, to be very honest. I was always thinking IT career, ठीक है. Otherwise, if I come out of IT career, maybe teaching, right? That was what I used to love. So I thought maybe that, or I don't know what next. That is how it was. And 17 years in corporate life, slowly whatever the courage, right, that was shrinking. Right? I was not me, because in my initial careers I was like all the time energetic, enthusiastic. I was open to talk about my ideas and all that, but slowly I got gelled up into the IT world, and I became the person who started again believing less in my dreams. I had completely given on my dreams, and that is how I was, and I did not believe it could happen until I found you, right? Because I strongly believe, like two incidents in my life that have happened. One is when I gave up on my education. In my engineering, the first year of engineering, I failed in 11 subjects out of 14 subjects. Right?
What? 11 out of 14? Oh my God. That's such a wow. I can't even say how it feels.
Right. So that was me, because of my low self image. Again, it was not I was a bad I was bad at studies, but because my low self image was still hitting me and all that. And I wanted to give up education completely at that point of time. And if I would have given up, I always say this, I'm not sure what kind of job I would have been doing, right? With 10th or 11th standard, what would the kind of job I would get. But my father and my mother, they insisted me, especially my father. He told, I believe in you, son, you can do it. And just to make sure that his belief comes true, that's just to make sure that whatever he believed in me, like when I don't believe in myself, when somebody else is believing so strongly in me, can I not play to my fullest? That's how I took at that time. And in engineering, I passed with first class with distinction. I was one of the very popular person in my college because I was guiding all. Right? Same thing happened in my career. 17 years of my corporate life, I had given on my dreams and everything. And a person who is for me, you are like, I respect you like just like my dad, right? And you came in my life and you showed me that path. Ke Fatah, you are awesome, man. You are amazing. And I believe in you. And you said this. I still remember this. And I tell to a lot of people, right? If you don't believe in yourself, borrow your mentor's belief. And then I borrowed your belief and I said, I'm going to play to my fullest. I don't know what I don't know, but my mentor knows this. He has walked that path and I'm going to follow him religiously. And that's what I did. I followed you religiously, whatever you said. I did some mistakes, right? But then I was continuously trying to correct myself, follow you. And I believed in you. I believed in that process. And I started learning whatever you said. I learned sales, I learned marketing, I learned persuasion, I learned content writing. You know how you already mentioned how horrible my content used to be, how horrible those fonts, my branding and all that. I learned all that, including branding and all that. How I can, like even today, if I'm talking, how do I present myself? Right. And in those media interviews, whatever, I know today how do I present myself, how do I interact with people. So all that was because of having a mentor in my life.
That's interesting. Tell us about the incident. How did you, strengthen yourself? Because a lot of people are at the edge, wanting to follow the passion, but still not able to muster the courage. What advice would you give to them?
See, I strongly believe that first of all, courage is something that you have to bring from your own, right? I know in corporate life what happens is somebody like me, 17 years, or somebody even with 5, 10 years, that muscle called courage shrinks. Right? Today I see people in lot of pain when I talk to this corporate professionals, lot of pain, right? And they know they are in deep problem. And the worst part is whatever they are doing is not only affecting their professional life, it's also affecting their personal life. There are people who are dependent on them, right? But somewhere they are forgetting that even when they did not have job, life was going on. Even in childhood, when they did mistakes, when they fell, they were able to stand up and again show up, right? Always they had that courage is something that everybody comes with, right? Everybody is born, everybody, I strongly believe that God has blessed everyone, right, with whatever he had to give us. But what we don't realize over a period of time, especially being in the corporate world, is we become so used to, and then we are so, we want to stay in that shell, we want to be in that safety thing, right? And we know that safety thing is not really safe. That's the biggest risk. Not taking risk is the biggest risk in the life that anybody can do, because I was thrown out of my job twice in my corporate life, right? And a lot of people I speak to, almost everybody, if they would have crossed 15 years, almost most of them would have been thrown out once or the other time, right? And if somebody is not thrown out, the clear thing I see in them is when I talk to them, discuss about their careers, is they have never taken any even small risk in their life.
Wow, this is really, really. I mean, guys, if you're listening to this, you got to make a note. By not taking risk is the biggest risk we all take, and most of the people in corporates, they actually are not taking any risk. They want to play safe, they want to be in a comfort zone. This is unbelievable. So great. So where do you start? Start by taking the calculated risk and put yourself in that uncomfortable position so that you are forced to grow to the next level. That is good. That's good. So
Yeah.
help me understand about your vision. Like, where do you see yourself now with what you have? You're gonna have book launch very soon, right? Your dream career, which is, I'm sure it's gonna be really amazing, right? Build your dream
Yeah.
career. I love the cover. I love the design. It's gonna be really awesome. Um, where do you see yourself and the mission, the vision that you have a few years from now?
Okay, a few years from now, they've first of all, when I started on this mission, right, I was it used to shake me up, right? Such a big mission, and again, because I started following you, I realized that mission should be very big, and at that time, I was like, can I really take such a big mission, 10 million lives, 10 million lives, and it was so scary, right? But today, if I see, right, already I think 1,000 plus members I have been able to impact. And as you say, it's not just those members that you impact, they again impact other lives, right?
Yeah.
So that is where I want to see how I can help people who have those low self-image, who don't have confidence, who can't show up courage, or because of the corporate world, they have lost themselves, right? They are not truly themselves right now, most of them. They are just living the life where they are following others, they are so scared, worried, afraid, right? I want to help these people to become truly themselves, right? Accept themselves the way they are, and then believe in themselves, right? And as we discussed about courage, I think right now they don't even have to take too much of courage, right? What they need to do is show some courage. Don't quit your job, nobody is asking you to quit your job, right? But find a mentor, start working on the path,
Hmm.
because that mentor has already walked that path. Start walking on that path along with the mentor, because see, it's I think people are privileged now, right? Because even in India there are so many good mentors, amazing mentors. Definitely, like after finding you, I don't have to go anywhere else, right? So find a perfect mentor, so that he is there to walk the path along with you, and whenever you are falling, he's telling you, right, this is the path you have to take, this is what you have to do next, which is the easy path. So show some courage, don't show like too much of courage saying that you have to quit your job. Show some courage, start walking on the path, and slowly that muscle called courage again will start expanding, again will start expanding. That is what happened with me, and that is the vision that I have: help people to unlock their full potential, to become truly themselves, and play to their fullest, right? So that's the vision. Like I want a highly educated society, that's my vision. And where I talk about highly educated society, I'm talking about not only academic skills, I'm talking about life skills and moral values. Because it hurts me a lot when in this past 2 years in COVID I've been seeing so many people mentally weak. They don't even know the decisions that they have to take in their lives. Their parents might be dying, they don't know what is the decision to take. They are seeing their family members struggling, they don't know what is the decision to make. It's so worried about themselves, their jobs and all that. Why is it happening? Because we were never taught about it. No school, no education system taught us about mental toughness, passion, right? All these things nobody taught us. Self development, everybody just gave us that history, physics, biology, right, which we are not able to use in our life, especially during COVID 2 years. People have not been able to use. So my vision is to help people to realize what is the true education, just not run behind the education. That's where I say, don't run behind degrees, don't run behind certifications. That's not going to help you. So many certified people there, what are they able to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. But what would you say to people who said, like, look, I want to develop my real skill and not just the academic degrees. I'm really committed. I'm really hungry, but I don't have the money. What do I do?
now now this is what I'm sorry, I'm laughing here, but because I was laughing at the previous version of mine, right? At some point of time I was also that, because again they've the way we are conditioned, especially in the corporate life, right? We get everything from the corporate world, trainings are given from the corporate world, so we start expecting entitlement mindset. Training hai to corporate world, right? The corporate world, whatever training they give me, or if I like some training, I'll go and talk to my managers, this is the training I need. So people are so used to that on site. कहीं पे जाना है, Dubai, US, wherever they want to go with corporate money. Whatever they want to do, they want to do with corporate money. So again,
And
that
save the money and the save the
save the
money.
money.
Go there, give a big allowance.
Yeah.
Live below the means. Don't take the taxi and show them here's the receipts.
Yeah,
I've
so
done it, man.
we are used to that. So that's the way we are conditioned, right? I can't blame people entirely here, but that's the way all of us are conditioned. But we need to start becoming resourceful. Now the entire ownership of our life is ours. Now I tell to this most of the corporate professionals that we are all like, I was also at that place, and all of those corporate professionals, it's, you are just one decision away, right? Any day your manager feels not good about you, or you get angry or frustrated because of some things that are happening in the company, or the company policies change, or there is something that has been introduced, some merger acquisition or whatever happens, you're just one decision away when your company can tell you, I'm sorry, right? And that sorry might be a small word, but that sorry is going to ruin your entire life, because your parents, your kids, your spouse, a lot of people dependent on you, and a lot of people are running on EMIs and all this, right? And that's where they have never invested in themselves. But now you have to take ownership of yourself. Don't depend on the corporate world, don't depend on your manager, because a lot of managers, they themselves don't have clarity, right?
They themselves are broke and they're not having any career plan. They're just struggling and they're frustrated, waiting for the weekends.
Right. Right. So don't wait for others to give you clarity. Your life is your responsibility. Take the responsibility of the life, show some courage, and invest in yourself,
Yeah.
not on anybody else, right? And I see this wrong trend with a lot of people. They are ready to buy cars, they are ready to buy big houses because they have dreams, but are you ready to fulfill that dream? Are you ready to live that dream? You are taking loans, EMIs for your cars and house, and someday when your manager or somebody says, I'm sorry, and then you can't say the same thing to your bank. right? They say I'm sorry again, and they pull out those house and car and everything back. So where is your dream life? Where is your dream life? So invest small in yourself, not like 60 lakhs, 70 lakhs that people are investing in cars and all, cars and houses and all that. Invest small in yourself, start with that small investment, right? And start investing more and more on yourself, because if you develop here, then you can become the most successful person, you can achieve all the dreams that you want to. But you will have to have patience, and that when you achieve, nobody can tell that sorry to you, and nobody can take that away from you. You will have that forever.
Nice. Nice. Very interesting perspective. And I can relate to it. A lot of people who start their journey, start their career, excited at the beginning, but become really stagnant because they stop learning, stop growing, right? Just think about this. A tree will never stop growing. It'll grow to the full capacity that it has, right? Lion will grow on to become a complete lion. We human beings only have a choice to be less than who we are meant to be. And this is exactly why people get stuck, not having courage, not having the knowledge, not learning real skills, and you need to become resourceful. That is a very, very, very good point. Because I understand, I remember that you were not in a great position when you joined Passionpreneur Mastermind,
Yeah.
right? And now you're completely different. Well, okay, for the audience benefit, have you have you been able to replace your income from the job that you are making?
Okay. When I started this journey, I had certain apprehensions, but July 2020 is when I quit my job. All right. May sometime I resigned, and July 2020 I moved out of my job. I actually planned for December, but because of the actions I was able to take in the passionpreneur journey, and you gave a green signal to me because I was ready, I quit my job in July 2020. And many people were worried. My family, my relatives, my friends were like, how will you able to do it? And especially during this tough times, right? Especially during the tough time when people are saving their job. Fatah, you are taking a stupid decision. Like, first start thinking of what you want to do in your life and a lot of things like that, right? But I took that courage, I showed that courage, and then I did that. And today it's like July 2021, it's 1 year, right? And my income has doubled, Dave.
Wow. What is it? What is it? Say it again. Say it again.
My income has doubled.
Wow. In just 1 year, you have doubled your income and you doubled your influence. You doubled your impact. You have a more time and more double the has the fulfillment doubled?
Yeah, fulfillment. I can't say doubled. I say 10x, 20x, whatever. Fulfillment was not there. So that fulfillment is now come in life. And I believe a lot of people, they, one more thing I want to add here is a lot of people, they say, I want to be successful. I want to be successful. But what people don't realize is success is not that end destination. Success is progress. Progress itself is success. I call myself successful today because I'm making progress every single day, developing myself, right? And that is what people have to start realizing and start on that journey on self development, so that they can become successful right from day one, because they are making progress from day one.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then look, I think anybody watching this clearly can see the conviction that you have, the confidence that you have, the clarity that you have, right? You actually command the attention when you speak. Of course, you have great Amitabh Bachchan type of voice, not exactly Amitabh Bachchan, but you have definitely really, really, good voice quality. And you're making a lot of difference, lot of difference. Um, One last thing I want to ask you before we end this, which is going to be very crucial. Tell us about your dark times after you quit the job and how did you overcome those dark swamp times? Or
Okay.
were there any? Let me ask you, were there any swamps?
Oh my God! In 17 years of my career, I wouldn't have seen so many dark times. In my 1 year, I think I have seen lot of dark times, because this journey was a new journey, and as everyone knows, entrepreneurship journey itself is a walking on the dark path, right? So there were a lot of dark times, swamps, starting from when I quit my job. Initially, when I was quitting my job, I was able to make some good money there from my passion. But slowly, what happened is I was not able to create that kind of impact. People were not resonating with me. Especially a lot of my old colleagues and all that, they started disconnecting with me because they started feeling that I might start asking them money. right? Because I was launching my programs, I was launching my mentorship, coaching, and all that. And I was requesting people, please join, I'm going to help you, and all that. It was initially that kind of a stage, because somewhere I started realizing I have to make money also, right, in this journey. And I started requesting people, and I started feeling so low because nobody was resonating with me, nobody wanted to learn with me, especially no one wanted to pay money, right? As long as they got free, people were ready. But when it came to payment or whatever, people were not. And those again limiting beliefs were coming to me. Like, I did not know sales, I don't know marketing, I still don't know branding. And my content also, like a lot of things I was doing, a lot of mistakes. My videos, you have seen horrible videos when I started, right? And that was how it was. So a lot of those kind of feelings used to come, because 100 more than 100 videos I created on YouTube, and not even 50 subscribers I had. And I was asking myself, I don't think so it works for everybody, right? So those kind of dark moments came time to time, again and again. And especially when I started to promote myself, even in my family groups and all that, I saw them clearly ignoring me. When I put my videos or anything on WhatsApp, they used to have everything else discussed in those groups, but they used to clearly ignore me, and that used to make me feel bad. Okay? And then I used to go low. Okay, who is there? Like, nobody is listening to me, nobody is hearing me, and suddenly my income is gone and all that, right? And again I failed. I have failed in many webinars. I did a lot of webinars. I failed there. Even like I did a workshop in a five-star hotel, and it was planned for about 50 plus members. But I thought people will show courage, even though it is COVID. People are in problem and they will show courage. And suddenly I saw no one registering there. Right? Five-star hotel, and calling people, come at least have that free lunch, because it's about 2,500 lunch, and you don't have to pay. Come on, guys, I'm going to help you. And people were not turning up. And I started realizing, oh my God, is this going to be like something where I'm going to fail? But one best thing I always had is I had my Gurudev, right? I always used to think, क्या हुआ मेरे गुरुदेव के साथ? What happened with his workshop? He failed in the first workshop. What happened with his other mentees when they started? They also went through this journey. So again, I used to remind myself, if it has happened with them, good, it happens with me. Good, it happens with me, because I want to experience all those stages which my mentors have experienced, so that I become stronger. Because I knew that mentally I was not very strong. And I one side I was praying God, "Ki, give me success." On the other side, I was praying God inside, "Ki, give me a lot of failures, God, give me a lot of failures," because I want to become strong. Because it's not a short term journey that I have started there. It's a long term journey, and I don't want to be somebody who is successful initially, enjoying, and then get on the success on the head, and then say, oh, I'm done. Because I've seen those kind of people as well, right? I don't want to be that. I want to be a humble student. I want to continue to learn. I want to continue to grow, and I want to be humble enough, add value, right? So I thought, God, give me a lot of failures, show me a lot of pain, so that I understand the pain points. And the same thing, when I have to guide people, if I have not walked the dark path, if I have not fallen many times, I will not be able to show them that. If I'm going through elevator, I've never walked the stairs. I don't know like which stair is broken, what they have to do at which stair, or where they have to take. I said, God, show me that path, so that I become a good coach or mentor, so that I can add value to others. And God has given me a lot of those kind of moments, ups and downs. But one best thing that has helped me is this community. Right? I always believed in this, and I recommend a lot of people again and again, which I have read and heard from all of you mentors and others, is your environment is more powerful than your willpower. Right? And my environment, the environment that you have given to me, Dev, it's such an amazing environment. I know that you are super busy. Not every time I can have access to you, right? But I always know that whatever my mentor has walked the path, because you have been very transparent in talking about your failures, right? And that gives me the courage and the confidence that if you have gone through that path, I can also go through that path and walk that path and become successful. But again, the community that you have created, right? Nobody outside is doing like that, right? In the corporate world, everybody is like, I have to go first. If Fatha does something, then Fatha grows, I don't grow, right? Everybody is pulling. That's how I have seen in the corporate world. A lot of politics and all. Here in this community, I see everybody is like, Fatha, niche gira. Oh, come on, Fatha, let's lift Fatha. Even if Fatha does one small thing, there are so many people appreciating, and then showing that confidence in me and telling that, Father, we are with you, right? You do webinars, you do something, you need a ear to listen, we are there, right? I'm blessed with so many, like Mehul, my buddy is Mehul, Amol, right? And I have Anju, Dharam, Sugita, and I have all my Passionpreneur family members, hundreds of members there who believe in me, who always tell me that we are there with you. And that gives me a lot of courage. Along with mentors, the community, that's what makes me again stand up, again keep doing, again keep doing, again keep doing. And I know I cannot fail at all. I know I cannot fail at all.
Beautiful. That is so, so, so powerful. Guys, listening to this, I'm getting a lot of inspiration. Like, he's definitely praising, us and me and Passion to Menti. But I think the credit goes to you, Fatah. What I really, really admire about you is never give up attitude. Like, you never give up. I know you have a lot of swamps, and I was intentionally not talking to you. I said, look, it's okay, you go through it, go through it. And the way you positively handle, I remember you shared one story with me about how your family was concerned, your wife was concerned, like, what is happening, like, how are we gonna build our life and career like this, and you're having a lot of struggles. And I remember you always used to tell them that, look, even my mentor went through this. It is a process, we all have
Yeah,
to go through this. And you
yeah.
went through it bravely. And man, doubling your income in 12 months, I'm sure a lot of people have changed their perspective. And when this book comes out, and I'm sure if you're listening to this later on, if you're not watching this live or recently, this book must be already out. Go and grab this copy if you want to build a dream life. The day when this book comes in, man, I'm telling you, Fatah, people's perspective about you will completely change. They already see you as a success, they already see you as a winner. Like, job mein 100% hike kab milta hai, right? 5-10 years you work there before you get like 100% hike. It's not easy, but you did it in less 12 months. And guess what? Next time we'll meet again and we'll do similar interview when you cross your 1 crore.
Sure, Dev.
All right. I'm
Yes.
very proud of you. Keep it up. And any one piece of advice that you want to give to the people listening in, just quick one, 60 seconds.
Okay. Before that, I don't want to miss this opportunity to express gratitude to you, Dev, because the place from where I come, the low confidence and not knowing anything about entrepreneurship journey, the way you have helped me end to end, teaching everything, right? So lots of gratitude to you, because otherwise, I'm not sure if Fatah Khan was sitting here, or if you would have helped so many people, right? Because it was just a selfish life. So being that person who showed me that path to start impacting lives, I think a lot of gratitude to you, and that will always remain wherever I reach in my life. That will always remain.
Thank you.
And the last thing before before we end this, that I want to tell people is, I want to share this first two lines from my poem. I wrote this poem. My first English poem was "Be 100% You." Right.
Wow.
So the first two lines of this poem reads like this: "Be you to yourself. Be true to yourself. You were born unique, so always be yourself." Right.
Wow, this is so amazing. Very. Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah. Be you to yourself. Be true to yourself. You were born unique, so always be yourself. Right.
Wow.
If we just be ourselves, Dave, and if we follow our passion, if we follow our heart, everything will follow. Right. Success will follow, people will follow, money will follow, whatever you want will follow, but follow your heart. Be true to yourself. Right. God has blessed everyone with whatever we want. Right. Everyone, he knows what we need in our life. Right. So he has given us all that: brains, heart, everything. It's just that we need to have that gratitude, and we need to accept that completely, and we need to believe in ourselves and just play to the fullest. That's the only thing they need to do.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Fatah Khan, for sharing your wisdom and inspiring a lot of people. Guys, if you're watching this, what was your one best aha moment, or OMG moment, or multiple one? Type it in the chat box, because when you type it, when you recall it, it'll get ingrained in your brains, and you will be able to execute it and get levels of success that Fatah is getting and all the passions are getting. Thank you so much, Fatah, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you again, Dave, for giving this opportunity and for impacting not only my life but so many lives out there. Because not everybody thinks of people, not everybody is trying to impact lives, right? So you have been a very humble person, down to earth, right? The way you are doing things, I want to follow you. You are my ideal, right? You are my guru, and thank you for coming in my life. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Fatah. So, guys, that was Fatha Khan for you. What an inspiring journey, inspired story. If you're really inspired by him, again, check him out, connect with him, buy his book. And also, if you want to know more stories of these real people, real stories, real success, zero to hero, becoming passionpreneur superstars, go and check out the playlist of Dave Gadhvi. There will be a playlist of passionpreneur superstars. Go and subscribe to it. Watch all the videos, connect with all those people. Trust me, they will blow your mind away. Okay. With that, take care. I will see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.